Hey, Programming 12, we are now going to go create our face and define all the subfunctions. So first step is I added a new one called skin just to draw the, whatever the rectangle of the head is. So I'm going to start with that one. So all I got to do is go void skin. So I'm going to just kind of go back and forth between the previous code because I can borrow a lot of that information. I'll scroll up and we'll see here's the skin. So it's got blue, fill, stroke black, stroke weight 3, and so on. I think stroke weight 3 is everything except for the hair. So that will be one to make an adjustment to. So I'll just copy this over. I will have to make some changes though, because now, oops, I didn't quite get it all. Now I am translating. So we can paste this into skin. I still want to, I don't have my colors, so let's go get my color palette. Check out, see how nice it is with these variables? I can just pop over a color palette from one sketch to another. So nice, right? So nice. Okay, so now I got fill, I got stroke, I got my stroke weight. Now 200, 100 is not the right numbers anymore. I translated to whatever the right numbers are supposed to be, so I just want my face to begin at 0, 0. My reference point for drawing the face is the top left corner because that's how rects work, but you don't always have to make it the top right corner. If it was a circular face, you might want to make it the center of the circle because that's where the X and Y for that is. So, you can choose as you wish. Okay, so that's it. That's the story. Making my skin. As I go, I'll probably want to run these. So I'm just going to comment these unmade functions right now. I go command or control slash and just comments those out. So I can just pause them. Okay, so let's see if that face is working. I have only one face actually. I deleted the other one. Let's make another one. What was it? I can't remember the numbers. 500, negative 200. It might be like way off the screen. I don't know. We'll just see. Yeah, I got two faces. So you can see one's way over in the corner and one's working over here. This face is going to be kind of annoying. I'm just going to turn it off. So yeah, I got my blue skin of my face. I don't have a background. Maybe I'll just quickly put in a background. Beige. Okay, yeah, so it's looking good so far. Okay, so skin done. I see how this is like my checklist now. So good, right? Okay, hair. Let's bring in the hair. You'll notice that it says the hair does not exist. Well, that's because I haven't defined it yet. So let's go make another function definition. Void hair. And my hair function involved a loop back here. So I can take that, and I'm going to have to put the stroke weight back to normal. I guess I'll put that all into the hair. All right. Notice that my code is kind of self-commenting. I don't know how you have to write a comment for skin. The name of the thing is clearly what it is. Same with hair. I don't have to put a comment that this draws the hair because hair. I could even make these, I can make these more, like if I call it draw skin, draw hair, might be even better. I'm going to leave it as it is, but feel free to up your game. Now, next thing I got to do is I got to work with this loop. Where's X start? Well, now X starts at 0 because of the push pop matrix stuff to translate. And my Y, it's like, let's just look. I think I have it between 50 and 150. That was centered around 100. Now it's centered around 0. So if I go up above 0, that's minus 50. And if I go below 0, down 50, that's 50. So again, I have to remember that it's centered around 0, 0 now. These numbers are still staying the same. I guess this was true. And now this has to be the width of the head. So before this was 200 to get to 600, but really the head is 400 wide. So I'm going to make that 400. And if you don't remember how while loops work or anything, it's not a big deal. That's not the point of the lesson, but hey, it's cool to see. All right, my hair is looking good. Let's do the eye next. Eye is going to be really interesting because you need to be able to reuse eye. And actually, you might want to put like 3 eyes, 5 eyes. It might be fun to have multiple things. So what I'd like to do is define where I plunk down my eye. I'm going to make parameters for that. Int x, int y. You might be like, wait, there's already an int x, int y. But it's okay because that int xy is only visible inside of the face function. And it is separate from the xy that's in the eye function. when these variables are called parameters are put into those parentheses, they exist only within the function. So these will not overlap with anything else. So you don't have to give them fancy names. X and Y is exactly what they mean, and you can keep them that way. Just like, f of x and g of x, like the x's are separate in math notation, same here. So what is an I? Let's go and figure that out. Oh, I guess I should put that information in when I bring in my I. Let's see where I'm supposed to put the I. I will go over to my code. We'll take a look. Here it is. Oh yeah, so one of them is centered at 300, 300. The other one is centered at 500, 300. Otherwise, they're basically just going to be X and Y for all those things. So let's copy this over. I'm going to grab the I code. And I'm going to paste it into the I function. But I'm going to replace all the X's with X and all the Y's with Y's. And that way, I can choose where they go. Y, X, Y. There we go. Not quite done yet, because we have to then call the I function. So the left one was 300, 300, and the right one was 500, 300. And if I wanted to add like a third I or something, if it was like a weird alien, I could call the function again, and I don't have to rewrite this code. This is the real value of functions, reusing your code. It's also self-documenting. It helps you structure your programs in a top-down manner. It's just all good. Okay, so I'm going to run it just to make sure I didn't screw up those I's. Oh, I did screw them up. What happened? Uh-oh. So remember, I did a translate. So these numbers, 300, 300, and 500, 300, yeah, back in my bottom-up sketch, they were based around the fact that the face started at like whatever it was, 200, 100. So I gotta like account for that. So I gotta pull back by 200 here and 100 here. So I gotta just remember, oh yeah, that's relative to 0, 0 now. Okay, how's those eyes looking? Beautiful, those beautiful red eyes. So nice. All right, last but not least is mouth. Mouth is pretty straightforward. I don't think it's gonna be anything fancy. I just have to make sure I make it relative to the 0, 0. So I can just grab the mouth. I'll bring it over. Okay, I'll keep in those. These comments are still great, to differentiate the teeth and stuff. But now I just got to bring these down by 200. And I got to bring these down by 100 because that was how I originally designed these numbers. They were relative to 200, 100, and they aren't anymore. So let's see if I can do that relatively quickly. And then, oh, wait a second. Yeah, so now the rect, this is width and height, that's fine. But the lines have x, y, x, y. So then these lines have to also come down by 200. And these have to come down by 100. I think. I'm not really thinking that hard. I don't know. Let's hope. Let's see. Woo! Hey, it worked. Okay, great. So that's why, because I translated, I needed to move those things around. So now I have a face. Like, they both make a face. Both these sketches make a face. And you might be like, oh, okay. Sure. Thanks for making a face. That was like... same code. Let's just look at the top-down version is 57 lines of code. And the top-down version is 63. The bottom-up version is 57. So you might be like, it's bottom-up's better. But now imagine you have to draw another face using bottom-up, right? You have to recode all those numbers. But not if you are doing it in functions. I can just make another face show up. I don't even know where to put it. Like, there's not enough room in this sketch. Let me put it at 300, 200, right? Like, I'll just like get another face on top of that face, and then I can make another face, and all I'm doing is adding one more line of code. Oh, so good. This is this is where we're living the dream. If we needed to put in many faces, I don't even want to like. I think you get the idea. I don't have to like demonstrate it too much more. So thanks everybody for listening. I hope that you are enjoying this and you're seeing the power of this. Really important to see the value and the power of this. Functions are really useful. So now you're going to get a chance to work on this. I would like you to go and take your house drawing, and I'd like you to break it down into functions. There are also, if your house is like really complicated, if you like overshot the house and it's clearly not something that's gonna be as easy as like something like the face we just did, I would like you to use my house. I have put my house code up on GitHub. There's a link in Teams, so you can go get my code because my house is pretty simple. It's got 3 windows, a door, and a wall and a roof. So you can take that code, that's the bottom-up code, and you can transfer that into a beautiful functionally decomposed piece of code. Okay, so that's going to be your next checkpoint. Take either my house or your house and break it into functions so that it looks like you have a house function, and then house is broken into things like the window function, the door function, and so on. Roof function, wall function, all that stuff. Okay, thanks everybody. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you have success with that.